Blog Talk Radio.
Holographic universe, this is the matrix. Time was created to keep our mind basic. Time doesn't exist. Holographic universe, this is the matrix. Time was created to keep our mind basic. Time doesn't exist. I'm tuned into a different channel. How the hell did a reptile create a mammal? Heart, lungs, fingernails, and tooth enamel. The headlines read, religion is a big scandal. They look at me in vain, but I don't worship idols. Ghetto ordained, and yes, I also read the Bible. Yeah, physical world is so obnoxious. Lipstick and makeup, she's so self-conscious. There is a hollow moon where time does not exist, where heaven is lonely and hell is not a fire pit. They tell us sweet lies, kaleidoscope eyes, chocolate raindrops from vanilla sky, and the connectedness. What is deja vu? If I never woke up from a dream, who the fuck are you? I'm walking around sleep amongst wolves and sheep. I don't believe in time, cause it does not define me. Holographic universe, this is the matrix. Time was created to keep our mind basic. Time doesn't exist. Holographic universe, this is the matrix. Time was created to keep our mind basic. Time doesn't exist. There's nothing new under the sun, I am the oracle. So nothing man has ever done been historical. I walked 1,000 miles, I got some more to go. Inhale the weed, watch the smoke turn to indigo. Fahrenheit 9/11, people was a sacrifice. Now I hear they family yell, Obama is the Antichrist. I walk a different line, it's a spiritual grind. So let's just think about this thing we define time. Time keeps ticking, it's a time bomb. When it's your time to die, they say it's your time, dog. Plus it's impatient, time waits for no man. So an untimely death is part of the program. Father time approaching us, could it be Morpheus? I'm dancing with the devil, it's a broken leg for both of us. Jesus come save me, I hear people crying for it. Religion is mind control, I ain't got time for it. Holographic universe, this is the matrix. Time was created to keep our mind basic. Time doesn't exist. Holographic universe, this is the matrix. Time was created to keep our mind basic. Time doesn't exist. Time is irrelevant. Holographic universe, I see the evidence. If you come from Nibiru, they call you heaven sent, but heaven is enlightenment. So I don't repent. Trapped in space-time, 5 cents reality, in just a small frequency. I can't see dark energy. Parallel universes, other me's my reality, a product of my beliefs. Third density, what I currently perceive. Fourth density, home of reptilian entities, feeding off our misery, manipulating frequencies. But now they can't mess with me, I'm manifesting destiny. My chakra shoots a beam, life is just a dream, indigo around me, and my eyes don't really see. Universe is illusion, can it really be? Quantum physics says it's true, it breaks down atomically. Everything is a hologram, my computer is a human man. Brain's the CPU, DNA holds the programs. They want a microchip, but I'll give them no chance. My consciousness will shift, creation is in my hands. Holographic universe, this is the matrix. Time was created to keep our mind basic. Doesn't exist. Holographic universe, this is the matrix. Time was created to keep our mind basic. Time doesn't exist.
Yo, what up, though? It's Guido. Welcome to the return of Real Talk fucking Radio, motherfucker. What's tonight's topic? Tonight's topic is, what is reality? What is it that we're living in? Like, whenever we're conscious, so what people say is consciousness, could it be unconsciousness? Could what reality be actually us dreaming, and whenever we dream, we're actually living? All right? Now, what I've been researching into is mushrooms and the origin of mushrooms and shit like that. And I can't remember the scientist's name, but there's this professor that says that mushrooms basically created all religion, and all that religion is documented trips on mushrooms or on psychedelics and shit like that. And if that's true, are we worshiping a god, an entity, or people who worship Christianity in general, are they worshiping a mushroom technically, and worshiping mushroom tripping? Now, it's kind of weird and far out there, but I'm gonna let Jay on. Jay, what's up?
Though?
What do you think?
Well, I think.
What is reality to you? What's your theory of reality?
What is reality? Reality to me is anything I can see, touch, smell, hear, taste, anything I can fucking basically utilize any of my six senses for, you know?
Right.
That's reality.
But what happens whenever we basically take psychedelics and stuff like that? Because I know that you've had your fair share of
oh, yeah.
and shit.
Oh, yeah,
What do
probably
you think
so.
of that? Do you think that that's just more reality that we can't tap into, or what?
I do. I think that, well, I mean, it's not that I think, it's a proven fact that, you know, pretty much all psychedelics, what they do is they tap into part of your brain that you never ever use otherwise, you know what I mean? Because we only use, 10-20% of our fucking brain on a constant basis. But when you take psychedelics, it taps into that other 80-90%, you know what I mean?
Right.
So you get a lot of subconscious shit that you would normally never experience unless it's like in a dream, like DMT, for instance, man. They say that DMT, the purest form of DMT, is in the pineal gland of your brain, which is the same gland that produces dreams. So that's one way to fucking basically compare psychedelics to the dream state and the dream world of your brain.
Well, that's what I've been reading up a lot into, and like with meditation, like with Buddhists and shit. They say that Buddha, there's been studies that's out there on the internet, like you can look up and shit. I don't know necessarily if it's true or not though, but there's studies that says that Buddha was tapping into the DMT that his brain produces by meditation. And there's all sorts of like breathing exercises you can do online that basically taps into that, and I've been looking into that, and you can make yourself basically trip on your own psychedelic chemicals that your brain makes if you just target them.
I've heard of people who do that, who basically self-induce fucking trips by meditation. And
I've been doing that a lot.
I've never done it, but yeah.
And
I've never tried that. I've never had the patience to meditate. My brain just won't allow me to try to sit there and block out everything in the outside world. My brain's too retarded for that. It's always like a million thoughts racing through that motherfucker at one time, so to try to meditate would just be counterproductive.
Right. But yeah, like me, I've been meditating a lot. Like there's a bunch of fucking breathing exercises that like a person talks you through of how to get through that, to tap basically into that sector of your brain, you know?
Yeah.
And there's like MP3s online that you can download to help you out with this. Like I tried some of it yesterday actually.
Right on.
And I was just staring at my ceiling, and it just tells you to breathe into like certain patterns that you have to breathe in. Like you have to breathe fast and slow, and then inhale through your mouth, exhale through your nose, you know, and stuff like that. Well, it taps that psychedelic shit that your brain basically produces, you know, the DMT and other psychedelic, basically chemicals that's inside your brain that your brain stores, you know.
And that's what's up.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. It's crazy. But, like, what it does is it makes you, like, you know, like if you ever close your eyes and then you, like, press on your eyelids and you see weird colors, right? While you're staring up at a light.
Yeah. Yep.
It basically does that to you, but with your eyes open, you know. It's kind of weird, and it gives you, like, the trip, like an acid trip, you know, like it gives you that fear, but yet also that pleasure feeling at the same time, you know. And then it goes away real quick, you know. It goes away really, really quick, but it's there for, like, at least a minute and a half, and then boom, it's gone, you know. Like, I've been getting a lot into this shit.
Right on. I like that theory that you were talking about where fucking, all religion is based upon people tripping out on fucking mushrooms, you know what I mean? I'm not...
Well, if you think about it, like...
It makes sense. That's why I like it, you know what I mean? It makes sense.
Coming down from the heavens, and shit.
Yeah.
The great flood,
because motherfuckers have been tripping on mushrooms since the beginning of time, you know what I mean? Like, that's been around since day one. Like, the Aztecs and shit, man, used to fucking eat shrooms. I mean, the shit's been documented on hieroglyphics and shit, you know what I mean? So...
Right, well...
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
The book of the Bible, relatively, right?
Oh, yeah, I know the Bible. I mean, I don't talk about shit that I don't, research first, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, the stories in the Bible and shit. I'm sure everybody knows roughly of some of the stories that are listening,
My favorite is the Book of Job. That's my favorite story in the Bible. Fucking Book of Job. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's Old Testament. It's a fucking funny story. But anyway.
But the Armageddon or the end of time, part of the Bible where there's like fucking, there's like locusts flying everywhere and shit like that. Like, okay, now, like if you take basically the ending of the time, the end times or whatever, or the end of the world part of the Bible. If you take that, I don't know what the name of the book or part of it is. It's been a long while since I read the Bible. But
which one? The Revelation? You talking about Revelations?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But like
the last book in the Bible about the end of days. Yeah, that's the book of Revelations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about that in an acid trip or in a mushroom trip, like a bad trip, Yeah. That's basically a bad trip if you think about it.
That sounds like, I mean, it does read like a bad trip pretty much, man, with the seven-headed beasts and, yeah, man, definitely. I mean, that's why I said I like that theory that you pointed out because, I've never heard it before, but it makes perfect sense to me. Not to say that it's true or not because we'll never know, but it is a fucking nice theory, you know what I mean?
That's my theory about religion in general, religion in general. Like, all of it is, like, bad trip stories or something like that, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm more of the opinion that religion was kind of created by, like, the governing powers of every fucking state or city or country or whatever back in the day as just a way to keep people in line. That's how I view religion. You know what I mean? It's always to me just been a way of mind control.
Right. But, like, I see it, like, if you look at the story-wise back in the day, like, it sort of kind of resembles, like, tripping stories or shit like that.
Yeah, no, a lot of it does. You're right, man. A lot of the shit, like Jesus walking on water and, turning 2 loaves of bread into, like, 1,000, like, okay, sure thing, dude, yeah.
That's the perfect example, dude. Carrying a loaf of bread to, like, feed 1,000 people or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were getting some crazy visuals on that shit.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it.
Tracers of loaves of bread, like tracers on the loaves and shit. They're all like, whoa, there's 1,000 of them, dude.
Oh, what's that one story? I don't know all the stories, dude, but there's a story where there's, like, a kid that can see writings on the wall and can read it, and everybody else can't read the writings on the wall, I don't remember that one. I remember there's a story of that. I don't know. Whenever I upload this on YouTube, somebody correct me, and who knows, tell me, because I honestly don't know. Like, I mean, my dad used to be a minister,
he told me about that.
Whatever. But like, he gave me freedom to choose to read the Bible if I want to. If not, oh well,
Dude, mad props to your dad for that shit, man. You don't hear about too many fucking pastor parents who would fucking have that attitude with their kids. Most of them would shove that shit down their throats. So mad props to your dad for that shit.
Right, and I thank my dad every day, like, because he sees, like, every time I go downtown, like Grand Rapids, you see, like during 4th of July, you see those guys with the big giant-ass signs that says, such and drinking beer is a sin, I'm just like, really?
Everything's a sin. Homosexuality is a sin. Fucking, premarital sex is a sin. Everything's a fucking sin, you know what I mean? They just, fuck that shit.
That's the part, that's the part where my dad was decided, like, right around whenever we moved to Grand Rapids, he noticed that there was a lot of those people here. Because Grand Rapids is the Bible Belt of Michigan, for anybody that doesn't know. But, like, and he's like, well, you know what? You can, if you follow by at least the moral values of it, I'll be cool. And I'm like, you know what? religion has good morals. I'm cool with that. I'm down with that. You know what I'm saying? But
see, that's why I like.
We got 541 on. I'm gonna let them on. What up, though?
Floppy shit.
What the fuck? Okay, they hung up. Anyways.
Much poop love. Much poop
yeah,
love.
much poop love. Whoever that was.
Poop poop.
You know, but
anyway.
Chill, we got that was random as hell. Anyways.
Oh, shit.
You know, like, there's all these extreme people of religion and shit like that, and, like, I can respect their dedication, but, like, it's just, like, there's too much holes, and
it's almost like I feel bad for him, dude. Like, I used to get angry and, like, try arguing with him and debating it, but now it's just like, okay, dude, like, I just feel bad for him almost. Like, hopefully one day they'll realize that they're being fed a bunch of fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? That's how I think about it.
Right.
But, like,
well,
as far as, like...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, as far as, like, religion goes, like, I think there's a lot of good things that can be taken from religion, like, as far as, like, the morals and some of the messages, like, you know, do unto others as you want done unto you, shit like that. You know, there's good shit in there, but just for as much good shit that's in there, there's as much bad shit. And that's where, to me, it's just like, okay, well, fuck all that. I'd rather just take the shit that I like and, you know.
Right, and make it your own, right?
Yeah, well, not make it my own. I don't, like, dude, seriously, my favorite line in the world is my religion is reality. I don't believe in shit I can't see because my religion is reality. That's, you know what I mean? That describes what my religion is. Like, if I can't see it or prove it or fucking, you know, if it can't be proven to me, you know what I'm saying, in one way or another, I'm not going to believe in it.
Right. Well, the thing is that I've been researching into this one professor, which I can't remember his name for the life of me now because I'm drunk right now, but still. But
right.
There's a guy that basically says that, like, the holiday Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Is based off mushrooms. Because there's red there's red mushrooms with there's red mushrooms with white dots on them. I can't remember the name of the type of strand or whatever it is of mushrooms, but they grow up north, like in around Canada area.
Yeah.
And they grow under pine trees. And what they used to do back in the day is they used to cut them and use them as bulbs, like, you know how, like, Christmas bulbs are now?
Yeah.
They would decorate the tree with bulbs and stuff. And then what they would do is they would have, like, the stockings. Stockings were basically sacks where they used to keep all the mushrooms at. And they would eat them, and then they would trip out, you know, and all that, and it'd be all happy, good shit.
I'm telling somebody to put some mushrooms in my stocking this Christmas. Real talk. Fucking A, I'm going to bug out on Christmas on some mushrooms. That's what's up.
All right, I'm going to let Dominic on. Dominic's in.
Oh, my God. I was going nuts. I'm like, wow, I got so much to say. I was going nuts
calm down and stop yelling. Calm down and stop yelling.
Yes, Dan.
What up, Dominic? Poop, poop.
Poop, poop. What up? It's the return of Real Talk Radio.
What do you think? Dominic, what do you think? What do you think is the discussion on hand? What is reality? What is reality? You've done DMT. You've done DMT.
Yeah.
What is
What's
reality?
Personally, I agree everything what Jay said is like what is reality. I have to I can't believe in religion because like I said on my Facebook, a man in the sky with a fucking beard kind of pushes the BS limit a little.
Yeah.
George Carlin said it the best. A religion has the best bullshit story in the world.
Yep.
Ever.
Yep.
Ever. It's the best. Like, they actually have people believing in this shit. Like, it's like,
come on. You're yelling again. Calm down.
No, I'm not. Dude, I'm not even. Okay, here, let me bring the mic closer.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
that's a lot better.
Yeah, because I'm driving and I have the mic hold like down below, so it's like I have to talk really loud. So
you don't have to talk loud. We can hear you. But
what do you think of,
what do you think of like religion like possibly being like a mushroom trip or an acid trip or some type of DMT trip?
Shit, when I do mushrooms, I think I see God. Everything I like. No, I'm not. It's funny. Like literally, like the last time I did shrooms, I literally thought I saw like I thought I saw Jesus. I'm like, but I know it's not Jesus. I knew it was just me tripping the fuck out. So I was by a church.
In all the times of my life tripping, dude.
And I was by a church, so I'm like, I knew it was just me tripping balls. So I'm like, okay. And I kind of,
Jay, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, in all the fucking time I've tripped, I mean, I've tripped a lot on acid, shrooms, and mescaline, and I've never once fucking had a goddamn religious experience. I mean, not to say that I wouldn't have wanted to. I mean, I always thought that maybe one day I would, but I never fucking had one, except for, like, you know, I've had a couple bad trips where I thought the devil was in my fucking head or some shit like that, you know what I mean? But, like, as far as having a religious experience, the closest thing I had to one was, like, I think I told you about this shit when I was, like, driving down the freeway one time on I-75, and I came across this big-ass church, and it was nighttime, and it had this, like, illuminated fucking sign of Jesus that said, "Are you on the right road?" It was the biggest Baptist fucking church.
Oh, my God, that story had me rolling when you told us. Man,
I was tripping balls, and I had that "Not as Do You Believe" bumping on that song Heaven, dude, and I just remember, like, looking at the sign and hearing, like, fuck heaven, all in my ears, and I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah, I freaked out for a second there, but that was it. That was, like, the closest I had to, like, a religious experience.
Like, personally, I could see the Bible being written, like, on acid, like, yo, man, the guy's gonna have a beard. Look, like I have I live in my parents' old room, and they have a picture of Jesus or his son, whoever. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know the difference. And he has like a shirt that looks like a hippie shirt. I'm like, well, yep, I knew it. I knew Jesus was a hippie. I knew it.
Yeah, he was like the first. He was like the original hippie, man. He's like the triple OG fucking hippie, man.
Like, come on, think about it. Look up a picture of like God, like Jesus. You'll actually see like hippie written all over his face. Like, come on.
Oh yeah,
that motherfucker. Like he looks like he does weed. Man, I'll smoke with Jesus. Come over here, Jesus. I'll smoke you out. I'll have
bet you he was in a rock band, dude.
Like he just met him back in the day, like banging on shit. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, oh my,
ancient metal.
Like ancient, dude. I actually want to actually hear ancient metal if it actually exists. Like I would not. Like it's not talking about the devil and stuff, but we'll be talking about weird shit. Like I don't even know what they'll talk about. I can't make a joke because I can't think of anything they'll talk about. Like I just need a. Like what would you talk about in ancient times? Like slavery, like I don't know, slavery or some shit. I don't know.
Well, like with me, whenever I first did that, my first time doing acid, which I called Jay, and I was like beyond tripping. Like I had a good experience, you know. Like everything was, I like thought of absolutely everything that made me happy in life, you know, everything. You know, my dog, you know, my mom, living with my mom, you know, like she's in good health and shit. And then all of a sudden, I got that middle point where it went from happy, all good to, okay, well, what the fuck's going on, you know? And then from there, it just went to a bad trip, right? And I thought of everything negative, bad, horrible that's going on in my life, like my mom getting cancer, how she could die possibly any minute, which in all actuality she won't, you know, because she's cancer-free and shit, you know. But
she kicked that cancer's ass.
Yeah. But, like, in all actuality, like, I was thinking of everything negative in my life, you know? And then after that, I was thinking about, like, I closed my eyes, and I remember seeing numbers and letters, but they were mixed together into some weird type of language, which I understood, but I couldn't read, you know? Like, they look familiar, like I've seen them before, but I never read them before. Like, I don't know what it says. And then all of a sudden, like, and then all of a sudden, all this like information like felt like it was going through like a tunnel, like a drain of some sort, which was going straight into my head. I was absorbing all this weird knowledge of the universe and shit, you know.
Yeah.
And
You should write a book.
What?
You should write a book, man, because this, like, you should see my face while you're like telling. I'm like, what the fuck? Holy shit! What the fuck?
Well, that's not even it. That's not even it though. Like I saw like basically like the universe's knowledge. It felt like was going inside my brain, and then I started crying like crazy. My friend Caitlin, best friend Caitlin, she was there, and she was calming me down. She was like holding me and shit while I was bawling my eyes out. And she's like, what is wrong? What's wrong? Talk to me. I'm like, too much information. I just kept on yelling that. And she's like, oh, okay, I know what he's doing, because she's done acid and all that, psychedelics all before, way more than me, you know, since she was like fucking 15 or so. And she's all like, I know what that stage is. She's like, you know what you need to do? You know, look at me, and she was trying to focus my eyes, like, on her nose, so I could have a pinpoint of what reality actually is, because what it felt like is I was leaving this world, and I was going to be, like, reincarnated. That's what it literally felt like I was doing, all right? And I know it sounds fucking weird and shit, but
Time
I
to
felt
like Junior. Okay. That's it.
It felt basically like I was just being reincarnated, and I didn't want to, you know, or like I wasn't ready. And Caitlin was like, she knows that feeling or whatever at that point of stage of someone when they're tripping. So basically she's like, look at the wall, look at this dot on the wall, focus on it. So what I did is I did that, and then I came back to reality, but I was just scared to fucking death, you know, like had nothing but fear in me. And then, yeah, that was my acid trip. But I think that was the closest thing, like, religious-wise, like, almost seeing death, you know? I don't know if it was considered, like, a near-death experience of some sort, you know?
I know that feeling.
But, like, it felt like I was, like, being reincarnated, but yet I wasn't, you know, or I was about to or prepping for it of some sort.
Like, I remember my, like, when you bring up near-death experience, I have almost died like 10 times now because of my, like, I have like really bad asthma that like I completely pass out, and when I pass out I see like a really bright light, and it's not like that bright light that you hear about, like, oh, I see my family members, man, but it's like it's like, and I like the I remember my second time like passing out. I was at my friend's house. I wake up and everything's bright. Everything's like refreshed. I felt like I just slept like 24 hours. Like I was refreshed. I was like I don't know how to explain it. Like almost dying refreshed my system. It's like the trippiest thing ever. Like I woke up, I'm like, holy shit. Like I felt good in my body. I felt good everywhere, and it was amazing. Like it's crazy to say that I'm glad that I almost died. Like, it just got me thinking, like, it got me refreshed, it got me kind of happy.
Well, you know what? Okay, how about this? What is, okay, well, the whole question of what is reality, like, whenever we dream, is that basically us dying and then coming back alive? Because whenever we dream, it's like a psychedelic state of mind, you know, that's what you are. You know, like if you have a trip, you can hardly, like whenever you're like tripping on acid or something, or anything for that matter, you hardly remember how the trip felt like, you know, just like a dream, you know. So, you know, could death be also like just like a weird trip, and you be reincarnated, you know?
I don't know, man. This
that's what I think.
has me thinking.
Well, no, like if you think about it, like if reincarnation is if reincarnation is even real, is it just a weird psychedelic trip that basically reincarnates you into a different person or a different being? So basically, instead of me being human, I get reincarnated into, say, I don't know, like another intelligent being, which would be probably, I don't know, like a fucking lizard man or something from some other planet. you know? Or would I be a same human but on a different planet, not Earth, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I've been thinking about for, like, the past fucking week and a half now, all right? That's why I haven't really been on much on YouTube, you know? I've been just thinking, you know? And Jade's call just got dropped. I don't know why. But, you know what I mean?
Dude, it's tripping me the fuck out.
Oh, his phone died. But, yeah, you know what I mean? But,
like that on, you're tripping me the fuck out.
Huh?
Like, because I'm, like, stoned out of my mind. Like, I smoked, like, a lot today, and you're tripping me the fuck out. Like, you're talking like I'm paying, like, every word I'm paying attention to. It's, like, the most interesting things I have ever heard in my life. Like you should be like,
you know what I mean though? You know what I mean though? Like what if? You know, that's what I've been thinking. You know, I've been thinking like this, and a lot of people on YouTube might think that I'm fucking weird or whatever for thinking these thoughts. You know, but what is life? You know, I want to know the answer, but yet I'm afraid that if I do know the answer, my life will reset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I get what you mean, but like, dude, like. You should write, like, a book because, I want to be in your mind right now. Like, the things that you're saying are fucking, like, amazing. Like, dude, you should write a fucking Bible.
But you know what I mean? Like, think about it, Dominic. Think about it for a sec, you know? Okay, like, whenever you get too smart, everything around you becomes horrible, right?
True. That's why I don't pay attention to school because I remember through grammar school I was like.
I'm not talking about school though. I'm not talking about school. I'm talking about in general.
Listen. Like when you become too smart in something, like when I became too smart in school, I felt I didn't really feel anything anymore. Like I didn't feel like. But when you start, it's like feeling like you're nothing. It's like what the fuck's the point?
No, but what I'm trying to get at is that, like, the more you learn, the more your life becomes miserable, right? Because ignorant is bliss. You know, that saying, ignorance bliss, you know, and the more you learn, your reality becomes hell. Well, what happens if life is you learn what reality actually is, and then your life resets once you get to that point when you learn everything?
Oh,
you know?
Dude, you like seriously?
And I think that like people are scared of that, you know. And there's artists like Isham and Mastermind and all them and Schizo who are kind of like that, and that's why I love their music, you know, because they're close to that spectrum of leaving the world, you know, and reincarnating and shit like that. And that's why I think that I'm outcasted on YouTube because everybody doesn't want to think that way because they want to live in the now. They don't want to live in the future. They don't want to think ahead. But that's
what everybody says around me. Like they hate how I think. Like I always think of like what happens in 10 years. What is going to happen like that? Like I never think about my past. I don't think about the past. I think about the future too much. Everybody's like, man, that's bad. I'm like, no, I enjoy thinking about the future because what happens in like 40 years if dinosaurs come back? You don't know. Like
you don't know. But no, I'm thinking is like this reality. Reality is like what happens if we're God?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I brought up with my friend.
No, listen though. Hear me out. All right. What happens if we are gods and we create our reality that we live in? Now, with this reality that we live in, we create poisons and we create remedies to keep us inside of this reality and poison, which basically helps us go on to the next reality.
True.
Dude, you know, and what I mean by that, and what I mean by those poisons is like acid, LSD, LSD acid, or DMT or fucking mushrooms or something like that. What happens if we created those things so then we can jump to the next reality or jump to the next level of life? I don't know. I'm ranting off now. I'm thinking too much. Like I'm tripping myself out.
Yeah, like the things that you're saying are like that's what I bring up. Like my friend is going through a moment like where like she's like really religious but she like how like religion says gays are bad and stuff and she likes girls and she thinks it's the worst thing possible. I was like, you know what? We are gods. We create what we want in life. You don't let some man that you never knew control your life. You don't let a fucking ghost create your life.
Right.
Like, that's why I can't follow the Bible, because I don't want to live by a set of rules. I want to live by rules that I create for myself.
Right. Well,
like
Dominic, I'm going to end the show because we got like 2 minutes left, and I want to play a song, so we're going to end it here.
Okay, peace out, everyone.
So I'm going to end it here because I'm freaking myself out.
I agree, because you're freaking me out too. Read a book. Read something else. Get your mind off the shit.
I don't know. I'll watch a movie. But I'm going to upload this on YouTube, see what everyone else thinks. Everybody else on YouTube, if you're actually listening through this, the whole thing, what is reality to you? You know? But I'm going to play Schizo. I'm going to play Schizo and Mastermind, About to Get Hurt. We're out this bitch.
Oh, that's my favorite song.
Oh, I know. I love this song too, dude.
Like that.
Mastermind of Nodis. Yep. Schizo of murder.
I'm in here, baby.
What up, my nigga?
Look, that look like it's going down.
Yeah, it's going down.
Okay.
Oh, it's going down for sure.
Tell us.
It's about 100 miles from Detroit to Kalamazoo, my nigga. Fuck it. We clicking up, man. Anybody need questions to their answers, send them my way. I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt.
I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt.
Mr. N-A-T-A-S, here to make you recollect in case you forget. I gotta keep shit on deck, keep it up to your neck. Watch how these motherfuckers scared. Addicted to what I do, fiending for what I do next. I'm God like I might walk water. Shit might get out of order. It's a quarter, I'm the spoiler. Duck from the thunderbolts coming towards ya. Shit hot as the ghetto in the dead of summer. A scorcher, melt the skin off your body, melt it down to a liquid. Now who you fucking with or talking down on like a critic? Don't make me get wicked and flip out. Let the horn stick out. Put the fear of Satan in your soul and watch you bitch out. Running high, be running wild. Animal kingdom, medium with a premonition of things to come. I see it now, I smell the hate percolating. Any problem come your way, my nigga, I'm the first retaliating. I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt.
I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt. This is one hell of a crucifixion. Life is full of addiction. Conflict with my convictions, leaving another innocent victim. I'm losing my religion. There's no way I'll be forgiven. They come to claim my spirit. Serious, take me with them. How can they feel like the energy in me? Killing the enemy, never been friendly me. Shoot them like Kennedy after the Hennessy. Infinity after infinity. Top of the chimney, watching them fall. On bus fight in the middle of a brawl. Fuck on my grind. Except productions of mastermind. We killing them all. Project All-Star, all of a long star. Cock back, aim and blow your mind. Don't believe in time when I run this race. My pace is set at overtime. Block my shine, I top my nine. He can't say it's about damn time. Light up the heads till I'm finna get based. But they might go chip and change your mind. Them shells as hot as hell. Please do tell how I rebel. Wanna see me in the cell? Hit PE and 9 inch nails. I'm high as hell. In my head is all these thoughts. I could be dead. Covered in red. I heard the voice from the sky. It looks down on me and said,
I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck